wishing you, dear uncles, aunts, and friends, a peaceful day, full of health, and always a light heart with inner peace. Dear friends, every evening before going to bed, if we take just 5 minutes to prepare a warm drink made from ginger, lemongrass, and perilla leaves, it not only helps the body relax and sleep better, but also significantly reduces joint pain, especially around the knees, shoulders, arms, and legs, particularly on cold days. It sounds simple, right? But the combination of these 3 ingredients creates a drink that supports blood circulation, reduces inflammation, and naturally eases joint pain in a safe and cost-effective way. Why do these 3 familiar kitchen ingredients work like precious medicine? And if not prepared properly, what could cause their effects to be cut in half? I'll be sharing everything in this video, from how to cook it, dosage, the best time to drink it, to important notes so we avoid unwanted side effects. If you're suffering from joint pain, numbness in your limbs, or chronic insomnia, watch this entire video, because just one small change each night could bring a noticeable difference after only a few days. And if you find this content helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the Live Well Everyday channel, so I can continue sharing more helpful foods, drinks, and little health tips to help us live well naturally without relying on medication. At the end of the video, please leave a comment to let me know. Type 1 if you find today's video helpful and easy to follow, or type 0 if you'd like me to go into more detail on any specific part. Now, let's jump into the main part of today's video. Dear friends, before I share how to make this healing drink, let's take a moment to understand a bit about our joints, often called the supporting frame of the entire body. When we're young, our joints are flexible, joint fluid is plentiful, cartilage is elastic, ligaments are strong, we move quickly and hardly notice anything. But after age 40 or 50, things start to change. Joint fluid gradually decreases, cartilage begins to wear down, ligaments weaken, and our joints start to crack and ache, especially with the changing seasons or after sitting for too long. I remember Aunt Sal, our neighbor. Just last year, she walked every morning. But now, every time she goes upstairs, she winces and says, "Feels like there's sand in my knees, child. Every step sounds crunchy in my joints." And some days, while watching TV, she'd have to hold her knees to get up, rubbing them as she stood. She'd complain, "My joints don't belong to me anymore. They ache whenever they want to." These aren't random signs. They're very clear indicators of joint aging. If we ignore them, it won't take long before it turns into arthritis, severe degeneration, and seriously affects both mobility and quality of life. That's exactly why I want to share with you today a very simple drink, easy to make at home, from ginger, lemongrass, and perilla leaves. Drink it every night to support blood flow, warm the joints, gently reduce inflammation, and ease the aches. Use it regularly, and you'll feel much lighter. No more heaviness in the body when you get out of bed in the morning. So, what exactly do these 3 ingredients, ginger, lemongrass, and perilla, offer to those who suffer from joint pain and stiffness? Let me explain it clearly and simply so you can confidently add it to your daily routine. First, ginger. Warming the joints, reducing pain, promoting blood circulation. My dear friends, in today's drink, the first must-have ingredient is fresh ginger. Ginger isn't just a common kitchen spice. It's also a natural medicine praised by both traditional and modern medicine, especially for the circulatory and musculoskeletal systems. Ginger contains a powerful compound called gingerol. This is a potent anti-inflammatory agent that helps reduce swelling and joint pain, particularly helpful for older adults with arthritis, joint degeneration, or aches triggered by cold weather. Moreover, ginger helps warm the body, stimulates blood flow to the limbs, helping reduce numbness and cold sensations at night that many elderly people struggle with, especially when we drink ginger in warm water at night. The gingerol helps gently dilate the blood vessels, making it easier for oxygen to reach the joints. The result? Less joint stiffness, reduced pain, better sleep, and waking up without that sore, aching feeling. As you can see, Ginger not only warms the body, but is also a precious anti-inflammatory remedy for people with joint discomfort. If you've ever soaked your feet in ginger or used it for warm compresses and found it effective, leave a comment with 1 so I know I'm not sharing alone. But if this is the first time you're hearing about ginger's benefits, just type 0, and I'll go into more detail in future videos. Dear friends, after ginger, the second ingredient in our joint support drink is lemongrass, a plant that's easy to grow, has a gentle fragrance, and is often used in cooking or for steam inhalation. But not many people realize that lemongrass is also a valuable herb, especially for those dealing with aches, insomnia, and joint pain. Lemongrass contains a high amount of natural essential oils, especially citral, a compound that has a mild muscle-relaxing effect, softening tendons and joints, and reducing stiffness and pain during movement. For older adults or those doing heavy work who often experience neck stiffness, back pain, or joint fatigue, adding lemongrass to your daily drink routine is a wonderful natural support, no medicine required. In addition, lemongrass essential oil has mild antibacterial properties, helps clear the respiratory tract, supports the immune system, and most importantly, creates a sense of gentle relaxation, perfect for drinking before bed. Dear uncles, aunts, and friends, the final ingredient in today's drink is perilla leaves, a very familiar herb in Vietnamese meals. But few people know that perilla is also one of the traditional medicinal herbs with notable anti-inflammatory and joint pain relieving effects. Perilla leaves contain perilla aldehyde and luteolin. These are compounds with natural antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties, which are excellent for soothing mildly inflamed joints and relieving pain without the side effects of Western medicine. In addition, according to Eastern medicine, perilla also helps relieve colds, detoxify the body, warm the lungs, and dissolve phlegm, making it especially suitable for use in the evening, helping to calm the respiratory system, relax the mind, and support deeper sleep. For those of us who often lose sleep due to aching knees or are woken up by body fatigue, regularly using perilla each evening can clearly improve this condition. When combined with ginger and lemongrass, perilla gently releases its essential oils, helping us fall asleep more easily, reduce aches, and relieve numbness in the limbs. Dear friends, now that we understand the individual benefits of ginger, lemongrass, and perilla leaves, the most valuable part is how these three ingredients work together, not just complementing, but harmonizing beautifully with one another. Ginger warms the body and helps blood circulate to the joints. Lemongrass supports muscle relaxation and reduces stiffness, while perilla gently fights inflammation and promotes calm. When cooked together, the essence of these three herbs blends into a drink that warms the joints, fights inflammation, and brings mental comfort. This is not just a beverage. It's truly a gentle, yet reliable remedy for those suffering from achy limbs or cold, stiff knees, especially middle-aged and elderly people. Drink it consistently every evening before bed, and after just a few days, you'll start to feel a deeper sleep, no more soreness upon waking, and especially a lightness around the knees, shoulders, and back. And the important thing is, this drink requires no medication, has no side effects, is inexpensive, easy to make, and safe for most people. So now we've gone over the benefits of each ingredient: ginger for warming and reducing inflammation, lemongrass for relaxing the joints, and perilla for aiding sleep and fighting inflammation naturally. When combined properly, these three make a nightly drink that's truly worth keeping in your routine. And to get the best results, we need to cook it the right way, gentle enough to retain the active compounds in each ingredient. So what's the correct way to cook it? What ratio is just right? And in what order should we prepare it so we don't lose its medicinal value? Let's move on to the next part, the simple at-home cooking method that takes just a few minutes, but gives us a great drink for joint health and restful sleep. Dear friends, let's now make a proper cup of ginger, lemongrass, perilla tea, to preserve the full essence that supports joint health and sleep. The recipe is simple, doesn't take much time. but it's important to follow the right order and temperature to keep all the benefits. First, we prepare 1 fresh ginger root with the skin intact. Wash it thoroughly and lightly crush it for aroma. Next, we take 2 stalks of lemongrass. Trim the tops, keep the stems, wash them clean, and crush them as well. Then prepare a handful of fresh perilla leaves. Rinse them thoroughly and let them drain. Also, have 800 milliliters of filtered water ready. That's about 3 to 4 full cups. If you prefer a slightly sweet taste, prepare 1 teaspoon of raw honey to add at the end. Here's how to make it. Pour all the water into a pot and bring it to a boil over medium heat. Once the water boils, add the ginger and lemongrass first. Cover the lid, lower the heat, and simmer for 10 minutes. To let the essence from these 2 ingredients fully release, then turn off the heat, add the cleaned perilla leaves into the pot, cover it again, and let it steep for another 5 minutes so the perilla essential oils blend into the water without losing their aroma. Once the water cools down a bit, warm to the touch, you can add the honey, stir well, and pour into a cup to enjoy. Remember not to add honey while the water is still steaming hot, as high temperatures can reduce the nutritional value of raw honey. And just like that, you've got a gentle, soothing drink that warms the belly, supports the joints, improves sleep, and is very easy to prepare at home. In the next section, I'll share the best time to drink it, the right amount for each person, and important notes to help you use it consistently without worrying about side effects. Dear friends, although the ginger, lemongrass, perilla drink is very beneficial and completely natural, to use it effectively and safely, we need to pay attention to a few small points during use. First, if you have a sensitive stomach or often experience bloating and indigestion, you shouldn't drink it too close to bedtime. You can drink it a little earlier, about 30 to 40 minutes before sleep, to give your body time to absorb it. And if you find the taste too strong, you can add a few slices of licorice root or a little honey to make it gentler on the stomach. Second, for those with severe low blood pressure or who often feel dizzy or lightheaded, be cautious when drinking this daily. Ginger can slightly lower blood pressure, so monitor how your body responds in the first few days, or consult your doctor if necessary. Finally, even though it's a natural herbal drink, we shouldn't drink it non-stop for the whole week without a break. It's best to drink it consistently for 4 to 5 days, then take 1 or 2 days off to let the body regulate itself. This helps the body receive the benefits more effectively without getting used to it or developing reverse reactions later. If we use it correctly, regularly, and combine it with gentle daily movements, then in no time at all, you'll clearly feel lighter knees, less numbness in the limbs, and much deeper sleep. Dear friends, just by keeping up this small habit each night, steadily, day by day, after just a week, you'll feel a noticeable difference. Less knee pain, no more stiff limbs in the morning, and a deeper, more refreshing sleep. Every cup of ginger, lemongrass, perilla tea is not just a simple drink, but a way to care for our joints, circulatory system, and sleep, naturally, safely, and right in our own kitchen. If you found today's video helpful, please don't forget to leave a comment below to let me know. Type 1 if you're going to try making it tonight, or type 0 if you're still exploring and want me to share more combination ideas. And if you haven't subscribed to the Live Well Everyday channel yet, be sure to click the subscribe button right below so you won't miss any of the small tips and simple yet effective recipes I'll keep bringing you each day. Wishing you always good health, peace, and restful sleep every night.